be too fussed about how your wife drug your ass.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, bitch, I'll put the fire in this hell's kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gordon Ramsay, stop playing.
Y'all, I got the nephew here, my bestie here.
What
we
up?
just kicking it, you know what I'm saying?
That's
So
it.
y'all just literally listen to background conversation as we prepare the space for Feisty's interview tomorrow. Nothing more than that. So we're off screen. You just listening. We're allowing y'all to be a fly on the wall, get your nosy on. And you feel me? That's pretty much it.
Damn, you already got a like. That's
I know,
crazy.
like, what the hell? That weird.
In 40 seconds, y'all not playing.
Okay, so yeah, we getting the place ready and shit. So
we getting it set up. We got Gordon Ramsay here right now trying to teach us how to make fried chicken.
Yeah.
He fucked up. He already fucked up. He added too much salt.
Okay. My sister already teased me about the pipe swipe.
Yup, the pipe swipe.
You know what I mean? We gonna
y'all don't know,
pipe.
But you know, Auntie fucking with Jolly the Green Giant.
Right.
See, y'all don't know that though. That's why Auntie not out in these streets. She got put down.
Right. Straight like that.
She got put down.
They better know it. They better know it now. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to find. I do gotta find a fabric that works to cover this table.
Yes.
And then we gotta get the stools set up, and then I gotta grab the stuff that's on top of the stove and place those things back correctly.
What stools?
And on the stove. Well, yeah, I got one stool here.
No, my bad.
There, but first I need to.
My brain checked
that
the word.
piece of fabric that we have that has like, okay, so it's green and it has like a rainforest theme, and it's like you tigers on there, and you know, you see what I'm talking about, like with the green. It had the look and see if it's anywhere in there, because I don't think it's out here. But definitely we need that. Let me see if it's inside of this thingy here. And it's not. And it's not inside of this Christmas basket. But I do know that when we were changing the house around a couple weeks ago, I got it. I got it. I got the tablecloth. It's cute too. So, and it'll give full coverage. Good. Yeah, we're gonna make it do what it do. I mean, because at the end of the day, it'll be better than anything. You feel me? That she's you know what I'm saying? So,
Ari, I gotta tell you a funny ass
is this
story.
the right
I
side?
was gonna say, I think the other side is a little more shiny.
That's what I'm thinking. The other side is the right side.
If you wasn't trying to clean out pipes and stuff,
Yep. Too busy cleaning out pipes. You're not worried about the table.
You know what? You know what? With a nephew like this and a damn friend like that. Why? Yes, Raven. Feisty is sitting down tomorrow for a dinner. We're gonna do this a little bit differently than what you've seen, even from me before. So this is gonna be more like a sit-down dinner and an interview.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm gonna cook for Miss Feisty. Miss Feisty is gonna have an opportunity to taste the goodness. You understand what I'm saying?
Awesome.
And we're gonna have a conversation.
Spicy.
You know?
It's spicy.
That too.
Me and Spicy are gonna have a conversation.
A good combo.
You understand what I'm saying? Nephew, start passing me some of the things off the stove so we get this set back up. So we're just in here doing a hey Raven, that's what's up, yep. We doing a redesign of the set for Feisty. We want to make sure that we're accommodating her and making sure that, you know, the set looks good.
That one or replace that one?
Replace what? The chair? Well, oh no, the art is going to be replaced.
Them two hungry with one of these?
Yeah, the two hungry. I can't with you. Not the two hungries. Oh my God, they are dissidents. They are refugees.
Don't it look like where they at?
You know what?
Man,
I
it
wish
look like
y'all
they
could.
living better than we as refugees.
I bet you I'm on point.
Y'all is too much.
You see the drip? That shit was 50 hours sold. You know who sold that shit? Queen Elizabeth.
What else you got? Grab some more stuff from over there, nephew, please.
And she got the old school hairnet on.
Old school hair.
We getting this set ready for you, Feisty. I know you probably sleep right now, but we done redesigned this set.
And she got the lunch cap.
You feel me?
Yeah, come on. And they smiling low key.
We making sure we looking good. Put some more. You feel me?
I bet you I'm close.
You know what I mean?
Who hungry parade on?
Raven
got
said,
our-
Raven said, I'll be over here on the wall.
No!
Yeah.
Not you gonna be here. Not you gonna be here on the wall, Raven.
Oh my God.
We got our trivia questions ready to go.
She go, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause Spicy gotta go through the trivia challenge too.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Shot glasses.
We'll have this here. We need
What else we need?
now Feisty, you just coming from the hospital, so we're not doing the whole not that. Grab
This right here.
yeah, you nasty fuck. Why would you touch my tits?
I'm looking at them. I'm like, yo, are these titties? The titties was on the titties.
I'm crying.
The titties was on. The titties
I'm
was on the stove.
crying. So look, y'all, look.
The titties
We're
was
gonna
on the
get
stove.
We're gonna get okay, look. Now these things off of here.
Okay.
We're gonna get those. Okay, this is gonna go over here.
Okay, boom. Okay, we got the drink. We got the tiger one on there, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
the tiger goes on there right at the bottom here.
Don't it go with the tree stump?
The weed crusher. I mean the plant crusher.
The
plant crusher.
The plant crusher, not
goes
Kush.
there, right? The
We don't
plant
even know
crusher
what
goes
Kush
there.
is.
The little handheld fan in there.
You blow some shit down.
You gotta have your lighter.
Well, Winnie the Pooh in his honey
Oh my
pot.
gosh.
Where Winnie the Pooh in his honey
Where
pot?
did you get that?
We got the Winnie the Pooh honey pot. I forget it.
It looked like it could conjure something.
Right? Okay. And then we have. Well, we don't need this over
No,
here,
yeah.
We're gonna be using that setup over there. But we do have the scale needs to go. The other welcome sign needs to
Oh,
go.
what? We don't.
You have so many knickknacks, I don't be familiar with like which one's which.
Right? And all of these things need to go in here.
Yes.
All right there. That'll go right there. Sis, from your vantage point, how's it looking so far? Give me a suggestion. Don't look like that. In the meantime, though, let's start. Let's get the stool that's in your room. Let's get that out so we can get this in.
I mean, I'll probably put the cat in a different position because he looks like he's about ready to give himself back.
Okay.
I mean, he just got his legs.
It ain't no way, girl. Well, girl, he's a cat. Can we get him up there like that?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna have to get this off.
Okay.
Let's
so
take
pillows.
all the pillows off of here and put them
No.
down here for now.
The cat
Okay.
got his legs cocked open in my face.
That's a freaky
girl,
ass cat.
that's a freaky cat. I don't know what to tell you.
That ain't Garfield, I tell you
And he
that.
got
That
his
ain't
tongue
Garfield.
He only doing that for
Tongue
lasagna.
already
Ain't no lasagna here.
Tongue out,
Tongue out, legs
Everything.
wide open.
tongue out, legs open. It's a cat figurine, y'all.
That cat ready for Magic City.
Actually, it's so funny you said Magic City. Do you know that after this interview, my next interview will most likely be with an employee of Magic City, a pole employee at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tay, when
A
did you?
pole employee that I met, and we kind of, you know, that's the thing. Most of the time, like I run into females and like I don't know, they just be loving on me. Like they love me to death.
This was
And
tonight.
yeah, this was tonight.
What was
And we
what
just
was you
kicked
at?
it off, and it was like,
See?
I wish I
oh, so you must have some stories
she
to
was
tell.
cute.
So I'm like, oh, she was cute. Is not the word. This is what you call a 100% baddie, baddie, natural born female baddie.
Well, I bet so.
Natural
She important.
She bad. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna have to get this chair out of here.
Is it like Jezebel?
Oh, it's all the way Jezebel.
Oh no, it's definitely
All
Jezebel.
the way Jezebel.
I mean, she works in Magic City. So.
Is it like Young Miami spin that shit?
Yeah, it's giving spin that shit. I'm not gonna lie. It's giving spin that shit. Cause in fact, matter of fact, she even was like, cause I was like, "Are you in the car right there with that older man? Like, is that your sugar daddy?" And she was like, "Everything is transactional with me." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right. I guess we're making transactions."
She was already telling the boy behind the counter how she loved him, and he damn near about to be hypnotized.
Why was he about to be hypnotized?
Cause she bad.
She bad. She fine as hell.
She a 10 on 10. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, as far as the outside, now the inside might be 0 on 0. But that outside is definitely anywhere between. Is giving anywhere between 9 and 10.
Oh wow.
We already know one inside got thousands of miles. Oh, wow.
She was really pretty.
Thousands of miles.
Like pretty. She was one of those like she's what I call porcelain pretty.
Membership for high miles.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
So
she got dude in
we're
the
gonna
car.
get her
She
in the
got
VIP
another one,
lounge
I'm
hot
pretty sure.
seat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And make sure that, you know what I'm saying, we get a good interview out of her. I'm sure, because I said, working in Magic City, I just know you got a bunch of stories. Ain't no way you could work in Magic City and not have some stories, baby. You got stories down.
I mean, that was a whole documentary on Magic City.
Right, so you got. I know she gonna have an interesting story.
How long she had been working there?
Mm-hmm.
But we gonna get all that near.
And not for nothing, but you kind of always wonder, like, what goes into being a stripper?
Yeah.
Like, what goes into that decision? She is young.
Yeah.
And she looks very young. She's young. She's a young girl. She's definitely in her early 20s, I mean.
Yeah.
So she probably didn't start too long ago.
It was just kind of weird for me to see her walking.
Shit, you think she ain't started too long ago. You got to be crazy. You don't. Let me tell you
Why
something.
you on foot?
A lot of these same girls were stripping for their uncle.
Oh,
And the pole was a broom.
I'm trying to tell you.
I hate to say it that way, but I mean, it might not been. This might not be new. Cause sometimes,
Never try to pogo stick on the broom.
sometimes, I mean,
wait, huh?
Yeah, like
not a good thing. Not a good thing.
Like the pogo stick.
Well, we got people. Not a good thing, child, at all.
I ain't gonna lie, I never did that one. Now I ain't gonna lie, I did used to jump off of roofs.
Right.
Okay. So
Okay.
you know that I had that going for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to jump off of trees. So.
Okay.
I did that one.
Okay. I did that too.
I used
Ironically.
to run. I could run straight to the wall and do a backflip off of it.
Oh shit! See, that's some parkour shit.
Right.
I don't know if I was there.
Yeah, we were doing parkour before parkour was even made.
Parkour was even made. See, and
Right.
that's the shit I'm talking about. Come on now, they ain't did shit that we ain't already do. I'm talking like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the story I gotta tell you. Yeah, my roommate come upstairs and I'm like sleep, and he waking me up on my sleep to tell me that somebody, the roommate downstairs, shit it in the tub and blamed it on me.
Oh, that word
Shit it in the tub, blamed it on him, and he telling the landlord, "Hey man, you know I've been here for about 3 years. I'd never do some shit like that."
No pun intended.
No pun intended. And I'm like, yo, I know this nigga ain't wake me up out my sleep to tell me somebody shit it in the tub and blamed it on him. Nigga called the landlord and said, "Hey, you know he shitting in the tub, right?" That nigga said, "Hey, VJ, you know damn well I never shit in no tub." That shit is rolling.
Oh,
I was
oh.
dying. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Tucker.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm coughing because Lord knows that damn laugh.
I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
You woke me up early as shit for this.
Okay.
What the fuck? What you want me to do about you getting blamed for shit in the tub? I can't do. I can't do shit.
Why did he call and say, you know, I
Bruh.
wouldn't do no shit like
You know,
that?
because
What we talking about shit?
When-
You wouldn't do no shit. We just saying shit.
When he told me that story
that shit.
the first
Yeah.
time, I laughed so effing hard.
Yes. Yes. Crying.
What the fuck?
Bro, like what the fuck? I'm like, if I was the landlord, I'd been like, between you two niggas, y'all both gonna have to go. Because I don't know who's shitting in my
Sorry,
tub.
put this chair on that end.
I don't know who's shitting in my tub, but both of you niggas gonna have to get the fuck out of my place.
Right.
Because I don't know who doing this fightful shit.
This is gonna be my end here.
Okay.
This will be her end here. So let me grab that other.
Shit. Look, you see how this cramp.
Look, I'm gonna lift the chair over to you, nephew. Grab the chair
I bet.
and place it on the other end.
Oh, that table not gonna be, that table topper not gonna be here.
Where?
The one you got right here at the front door.
No.
Yeah.
Here. Okay, this end goes here.
Okay, bet. I ain't gonna lie, this look good.
This is a very nice setup.
Yes, this look good.
This is a really nice setup.
I like this.
Let's get the chargers
You can do without the freaky cat.
and the plates set up.
Yes.
Okay.
Look.
So one end there. You are a mess. And one end here.
That cat calling HR.
We're gonna need. Nigga said the cat calling HR.
It's over.
So we're here and here.
This looks really good.
And then we'll do 2 wine glasses. Let's see. I have those. So 2 wine glasses. We got one here. No, but I want them to be the same size and dimension.
Yes.
You don't have 2 of them margarita things?
I have 2 of the luau. See, I had 2 of these at one time, and one of them broke. These are similar in size, but different in style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what
true.
it
Similar in size, but different in
is.
style.
I guess we gotta go thrifty shopping real quick.
No, cause look, that's blue and this is blue. Some shit.
What is one right there?
All right, and right, okay. So here's one blue here. Do me a favor, take this wine glass and stick it in the sink.
Gotcha.
Thank you, I appreciate you. So we'll wash that one out, and then this other blue one here, and then one will go here, one goes there. Okay, we need knife, we need fork. We may need salad fork because I may do a salad side as well. Hi everyone, if you want to know what this live is, you guys are basically literally just flies on the wall. I got my nephew, I got my best sis Arian, you know what I'm saying, and we're just setting up for tomorrow's feisty interview, so we're redesigning the set. Moving a few things around, swapping some stuff out, and just trying to make sure that Feisty got a good look for her interview tomorrow. You know? So pretty much that's it. That's all that's going on.
Not that way.
It's not, no, it'll get in.
You gotta do a catty
I'm gonna show you how.
A cat, you gotta turn it sideways and do a catty
Y'all
corner.
excuse me while I help Neff get that,
Yeah.
Auntie showing me a trick right now.
All right,
I don't
look.
know
What?
Okay.
I'm gonna tilt the chair that way, and when I tilt it that way,
You
we'll
got
All right.
opposite way.
tilt.
Catty corner.
Okay. Right. Come on now. Come on now. We sacrificing space for you, Feisty.
Yes.
We sacrificing space. We doing a little, you know what I'm saying, a little upgrade and moving around.
Yep.
You understand? The thing with a street interview, right, is because most of the time they're so impromptu, or are they? That you don't get to really prep for it, right? And that's what I really enjoy about more intimate, sit down, in studio style interviews is that you get to actually make sure that you're accommodating your guest.
Yes.
So that's all you guys are witnessing is the sounds and the background conversation taking place as we try and ready this space for Miss Spicy Feisty.
Yes.
Okay. That's all it is. But yeah, y'all, so and of course y'all know I'm chiefing. You already know. And this works because Coco is still secured in here, so this set may actually end up being the new set for VIP.
Facts. It is really good.
Because it's a nice set. It's a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an intimate. Do me a favor, cut that light on for me. Let me see what that's giving. That's giving what I needed to get.
Yep.
The stand-up light will go in here, so let me hand you that so you can place that in there.
Do I don't think I have any permanent markers. I think we got pins though.
We're gonna get so our Feisty interview, guys, is gonna take place tomorrow. I'll post in the community section. You're gonna put this over in this and right here. Now I'm not gonna swap out that piece of art because I actually love it. But that piece of art right there, we're gonna swap that one out. Now, because this is a little, yeah, we're going to, okay, let's make sure that it's turned that way.
Okay.
Okay, I sit on this end. Feisty will be sitting on this end. That's gonna go, so pull that out. We can pull that out, because that's gonna go so you could lean that up against the wall over there. Yep, that can drop. We don't gotta worry about a plug-in yet, but when we need it, it'll be right here. It'll be right there when we need it.
Okay, perfect.
I don't see anything else.
Sit down and make sure your light is how you want it.
Huh?
Like, go ahead and sit down and turn your light on. Make sure it's how you want it.
Smart move.
Yes.
Let's get
When
this
you
over
sit down,
on
you
this
come out,
end.
oh, I need a little bit taller.
Yeah. And then boom, now you like
Oh,
do a
you
little.
move it right here. You turn a little bit.
Right. Corporate, I know I need a little bit of
What's sitting in the chair?
here. Because we want it to rest up against. Okay. That's about right there.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yes.
This is likely either not going to be here or it's going to be way back there. Because we actually made, because even the, okay, this, the Ring doorbell. This needs to be maybe here, at least. But see, that's the thing, that's the one thing is that, no, I may actually be able to just keep this out of the, because there's a separate outlet here that this light can function off of.
Hey, shout out Virginia.
Virginia in the house?
Yep, Virginia in the house.
Hey, Virginia, and we got
Well, what they
Black Sean 81 from Virginia.
Yep.
What's up, Black Sean? I'm gonna need all of y'all to pull up tomorrow.
Yes.
Now I don't have a time for this interview set yet, but if you know me, I'm very good at giving you guys a heads up. So the community post section is your friend. I would say after 1 o'clock in the afternoon would be a good time to start checking those community posts. You know what I'm saying? Or my community posts, and you'll see an update. I'm just gonna update y'all all throughout the day. Like Feisty's being picked up. Feisty is en route. Studio is, ready. Whatever. Feisty arrived. Like I'm going to make sure that throughout the day, so you can start checking on those updates after say 12 in the afternoon or 11 in the morning, because I know that normally discharges take place around that time period. So you guys be ready. Pay attention again to that community post wall, and yeah, we gonna be lit because we getting this space together right now, and I think you guys are gonna be pretty damn impressed with the new setup. And quite frankly, I think this is going to be the setup. I think this will probably remain the setup for future interviews, whether they are dinner and an interview or just an interview alone. I don't know. I'll decide, but we'll see. Lock in, just subscribe to your channel. Well, Black Sean, I appreciate your subscription. I'm glad you're off and you'll be able to lock in, because I'm telling you right now, this is going to be one for the ages.
Yes.
If you have been following Feisty through the streets of Atlanta, street interviews, you know that her story is a very interesting, compelling, and amazing story. You know that she's had ups and downs and trials. You know that, I mean, if I'm being honest, we have a love-hate relationship with Feisty, right? At least most people do, right? There's a lot of things about Feisty you like. There's a lot of things about Feisty you love. And then there's a lot of things about Feisty you probably hate, and I get it. But tomorrow, we're going to be able to explore that. We're going to get into some things. But we're also going to get to know Feisty beyond Feisty. Josh Mina, whatever it is. We're going to get to know Feisty beyond Feisty. You know? And we're going to do it in a real classy and respectful way, because that's how we do it here over at Dominique Speaks with Dominique Leaks. So, I look forward to you all being there. But as I get back to, straightening up and preparing, by all means, remain a fly on the wall. But this is a very informal live. So, you may hear some things or whatever. It is what it is. This is one of those lives I may not even post. So, if you no, I will. I'm kidding.
That's a good comment.
What's that one? Let me see. Reading a comment. For me, I just dislike parents who are not active in their kids' life, but I'm open to seeing her from a new perspective. At Jupiter's opulence, that's a very mature way to express that. Because, quite frankly, I get it. We all get it. Right? But the way in which you expressed that was very mature.
Mm-hmm.
And my nephew caught it immediately, and he's like, what a great comment there. Stony E says, Stone Eyes in the building. Yes, bro. So this is I grew up with him.
Yeah.
We sang on the church choir together as teenagers. Bro is like, he's family, really.
Shout out Stony.
Like Stony, yeah. Stony has right. Stony has like
Cause I'm Stony.
no. Stony's got like a over 30-year history with my family. You know what I'm saying? And So if you know what I'm saying, if anybody sees bro, y'all always make sure that y'all giving bro a certain amount of deference and respect.
Facts.
As I do. My brother Stony, that's a real one. You understand what I'm saying? So welcome in Stony, and I hope everything is well with you and yours. And matter of fact, while I'm at it, let me just go ahead and how do I do this? Let me see. Yeah, that's how I do that.
Yes.
Let me just go on ahead and make it. We're
Ooh.
gonna give him the
Keys to the
full.
streets. Let's get it.
Okay, Stony, you should get a notification any minute now. Um, I've been looking forward to doing that all week. I was a little slow at it. I'm sure you can understand that I experienced a bout with what I call YouTube burnout, which is a real thing. Where, if you know, you know, I streamed for 10 hours
Yes. That's
a
insane.
few nights ago on Monday, Sunday, or was that? I think that was Sunday or Monday, but 10 hour stream
That was
is bananas.
That's like some
It's
Kaizen shit.
yeah, it's giving Kai Sinat. It's
Yeah.
it's bananas at my stage in life to have the energy
Yeah.
and the mental fortitude to be able to do that
Facts.
is an absolute blessing. But I will tell you that when the crash came, the crash
It did.
came.
It did. I'm talking about snoring and all.
You heard me snore? Ah! Keish TV is in the house and she says, "Hey, love, Keish TV, make sure you pull up tomorrow now. Pay attention to my community tab because you're gonna see updates as far as my proximity to Feisty and us getting her here. So yeah, let's see what Jupiter said. Jupiter says." You get in them watch hours by any means, LOL. I know that's right. General conversation, background conversation. You better be lucky this app is not well, you know what I want to say, people. Cause you'll be getting a little bit of that too. If it mean a watch hour. Stop playing with me. Okay? Let me see if you know what? Do YouTube got a spicy option for watch hours?
YouTube behind the scenes.
Exactly. Like you know what I mean? A little YouTube behind the scenes. Keisha said, "Okay, I will be there." Yes, Keisha. Look, we are in here now, redesigning the set, making sure that it's accommodable for Feisty, and the fact that this is actually not just going to be like, if you've seen any of my other interviews, I do a lot of the sit down interview stuff. This is a sit down and a dinner interview.
Yes.
So I'm going to cook for Feisty, right? Not with, because first of all, Feisty, you just came from the hospital. Okay? Let me cater to you, okay? I'm Beyonce, but let me cater to you.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Okay, right. That's what I'm saying. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So we gonna we gonna cater to Feisty a little bit tomorrow, and I want to make sure. She said, "Oh, this is gonna be good." Yeah, cause Feisty mouth is feisty. If my food nasty, y'all gonna know about it.
It's a spicy mouth.
Spicy gonna let y'all know, okay, what it's hitting on. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
But I assure you, I'm gonna work my A off in that kitchen tomorrow, cause child, if you say my food, you gonna finna be a liar from the pits of hell.
Fresh out like T Grace.
But no, I'm kidding, Feisty, because I already know what's up, and you know the vibe. So just in terms of the content thing. But Keisha says she finna be there. And Stony says, I hear you over there setting up the table. I'm at work and ready to eat. Bro, eat your meal. Come back, you know what I'm saying? Like You know what I'm
I
saying?
think he
Put
not
us
ready
on
to-
low
right.
volume, whatever you gotta do.
Ready to eat
But
whatever you
handle
cook.
your business, bro. Just good to have you here. And yeah, you here. Yeah, we was just
Yeah.
setting the table right. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling out the chargers for her. And if you know anything about hospitality, when I say chargers, I don't mean the things that you put your phone on to give it power. But we got the plate chargers. You know what I'm saying? We got the gourmet style plates, the cuisine style plating going on.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have our wine glasses out. Now, Feisty, you just came out the hospital, so we probably not gonna do drinks per se. But if you feel like you can maybe handle a light mimosa or something,
Spritzer.
a spritzer, we can talk about that. But certainly there'll be no hard alcohol at all for this interview, and because we want to make sure that we're getting as much of a purely unadulterated uh feisty as possible, right?
Okay.
And so yeah, that's the way you do that, right? So to anybody that thinks that Marcus taught me anything,
Out of your damn mind.
you are well out of your damn mind. Not about this. Now, if you see me in the street setting talking to somebody and you want to say, oh, yeah, well, you know, maybe Dominique might have learned a little, you can do that. But this sit down, this classy dinner and an interview style, this classy, very adult, non-threatening, non-ambush style of, you know, this is not just an interview, but I literally want to get to know you as a human being.
Facts.
Oh, no, this is different.
Yeah, way different.
Yeah, this is a different thing. My bro taught me some stuff, but it ain't this.
No, this out the mud.
I'll put it to you this way. If I ever come back on the other side, you homeless bitches better watch out.
Oh, shit.
Unbelievable, I just said that. So my key says Marcus don't have this type of class.
No, not at all.
OMG.
Not that
That is so... I was kidding when I said that though, yeah, like for real. Because even if I did like cross back over to the other side, like hell no, it ain't finna be that type of party. Like we don't. What the hell? Black Sean 81 says I like feisty. You know what? I like feisty too. And nobody could call me cap because if you see me up in the comments of the ASI bubble landscape, it's only a few times that you've ever seen me make a derogatory remark toward feisty, and even in doing so, I've always been respectful because, again, there's a part of me that simply just likes feisty. Like I get her. Stony says I'm at work with this spotty server, so it's cutting in and out. So if I don't respond to anything right away, blame it on technical difficulties. Praise God, you are good, my brother in Christ. You are good. Jupiter Opulence says, I don't think she had a good home. Okay, I ain't even look, when I was reading it and it skipped, I swear to you. And just the first line, Jupiter, now I caught it again. I don't think she had a home in a minute. What a pleasure it will be. That's what I'm saying. Divine says, Dominique, you are definitely a classy lady. Marcus needs to take notes from you. Keep being you. Well, all right now. Wait, what's that name again now?
Damn, I love
Is that
your
a
community.
divine
God
wisdom?
Damn,
I love my community
I'm
too.
a little motherfucking jealous.
I do too. I love them too. They are really the best.
They really fire.
He says, I love your style and you're very classy. Kudos to you, Dominique. I wish the best for Feisty getting her life back on track. Black Sean 81 says she's broken. She is. But you know what? She's not the only one. That's the thing.
We can fix her.
You know what I mean? And if you think about the word broken, there is the counterpart called fixed, right? So where there's broken, there can be some fixing.
Yep.
You understand? And sometimes, and that fixing may not happen overnight, right? Mm-hmm. But it happens over time. But it's got to start somewhere. My hope is that tomorrow is the start of the fix. And then if I continue to interview Feisty, Because to be honest with you, on this particular platform, I prefer one-offs.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not interested in showcasing a year's worth of anyone's life. However, however, because of how important Feisty is to the street sector, whether you like her or not,
Yep.
she can be as polarizing as she is, and she certainly is polarizing. What you cannot take away from her is that there is an interest to her story, and we've not seen enough of that story. There is a part of Feisty to be explored, not exploited, but explored in a way that has not been before. So why not? Why not? This is the perfect platform. Black Sean 81 says she will have a voice outside of ASI. And that's my whole point, Black Sean 81. I will have a voice outside of ASI. K3, Maya, everyone, we will all have a voice outside of ASI. The choice will be how we choose to use that voice, and or if we choose to use that voice. If you know, you know. I resisted using this voice for almost 2 years. It's been more than a year and a half since I entered the ASI bubble, and it's taken that long for me to reach a point where I even was willing to embrace what came along with that. Because first of all, I'm not a person that has ever had an interest for a certain level of fame. Let's just say it that way. And so for me, it's like there's not a whole lot of upside to doing this. There's just not a lot of upside. I'm not even monetized. I'm not. And by the way, if you anybody want to drop that Cash App in there, it is ASHABZ. ASHABZ, ASHABZ. Because think about it, like tomorrow we have Feisty coming. She's just coming out of a situation. I do want to make sure that I'm able to adequately not just compensate her, but feed her in a way that I know she ain't been fed. And I just want to make sure that we have everything that we need. And, you know, there's a little coin. There's a little kern. But absolutely, if you feel it in your heart to kind of drop a little something to that ASHABZ, it will come up as Dominique Taylor. A-Shabs will come up as Dominique Taylor. And if it's, you know, it's not a thing of a thing, but at the same time, like, come on now, y'all been wanting this, we've been wanting this, the streets been wanting this, you know what I'm saying? And just in the sense of a side of Feisty that's not associated with ASI, right? Because you can't really delve into people, you know, when you driving a car, a vehicle, a phone in their face in a barber shop, right? How much are you really getting out of them that's really them? And how much are you getting out of them that's really the entertainment? You see how different we are in our delivery, our style, our approach to interviewing? We are finna be on a whole different trajectory with Feisty. So whatever your expectations are, you might want to tuck them in your back pocket. Because we're talking about getting to, and I've heard that saying before, but on this platform, that saying will have a meaning. We are going to get to the meat and potatoes of it. Keish TV says yes. Black Hawk, Black Sean says she will. Well, yeah, I read that one. She will have a. Key says yes. Spicy says she didn't have a voice. Well, she will have one here. He said Marcus control what she say. You will be monetized soon. Miss Optimistic Granny dropped my cash tag in. We don't have a limit on what you send, by the way. With the humble humility, those things like that resides in this space. If a dollar, two, don't matter. Miss Feisty is just getting out of the hospital. I'm not expecting her to get on no martyr. Okay? I got to get her a driver and make sure that she gets here safely. And I'm definitely gonna have to get to the fresh market. And she did want to do like a Fish Friday kind of thing. I almost wish Feisty wouldn't have said that, if I'm being honest, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. While a Friday Feisty fish fry would be cute and is cute, and you know, we're gonna do it because she wanted to do it, right? But I cook a lot of ish, a lot. Like, fish is like so basic and so simple and so easy that it's like I almost feel like I can't impress you by making you a fish meal, right? Unless I'm doing like a braised red snapper, you know what I'm saying, where I'm browning first in the oil and everything, and then I'm removing, and I'm, you know, letting air remove some of that heat, and then I'm going to add the caramelized onions and peppers and the, you know, all of that kind of stuff, the spicy peppers, the Scotch bonnet sauce, and the, you know, maybe we do like a escovitch bit. Like, okay, those are impressive, but a fried fish thingy, like, okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. We will do it. But there's going to come a point, yo, when I want. How many people would love to see a Sunday dinner hosted by Dominique Leaks that features 4 or more ASI cast members? Put a one in the chat if that's something you would want to see. A Sunday dinner. So we talking like, you know, some smothered chicken type deal, or, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, I'm not big on pork, I'll be honest with you. I won't tell you I eat none at all, but I definitely can tell you I'm not big on it. But a Sunday dinner with 4 or 5 former and or current cast members, right? Because at this point, we got to call them cast members. All at a round table eating and having a discussion about their experiences in a real truthful way, right? I see a 1. Yes, yes. We want to see that. There's an appetite for it. Right? Because think about it. Even when they interview with Chaos, it's almost like they're still interviewing inside the bubble. When you interview with me, you know you're not interviewing inside the bubble, because you know I'm someone who's resisted the bubble since I became aware of the bubble. If you know, you know. And if you've seen what's occurred over the last few days, you definitely know. Black Sean says, I sent $1 to see if this right. If the right one can, if so, I can send more. Got burned for 100 for a copycat page. Respect, I'm going to check on that now, because I can pull down my notification panel and that will have let me know. But I will definitely tell you that generally speaking, if you just write A, okay, 1:18 a.m. a payment was received. That would be you. That would be you. Because it's 1:21 now, and that would have been about 3 minutes ago. Does that sound about right? Right, Miss Optimistic Granny. It's something good about food, dinner, and conversations, right? And maybe a cute little cocktail, even if it's some wine, sangria, whatever, right? There's something about that. It just, I don't know. I've always had an appreciation for that format. I used to watch a lot of, so there's a program on public access TV a lot where I forget something Lipton, the Lipton guy, and he's always interviewing these celebrities, and it's this sit down style, and it's really classy, and sometimes there's a meal, other times there's some cocktails or whatever. But I don't know, I just think it produces a different type of an interview. Do you not think so? Right? It produces a different type of energy for the. And a quick segue, since we were just talking about the cat, I just want to give you guys like a pledge. There will not be a single time that your Cash App is not being used to build the business. So whether it is to supplement the cost of an interview, I do plan to compensate Feisty tomorrow to the tune of possible brokenness. But no, I'm kidding. But I do intend to compensate, right? And I do want to make sure again that we have the things that we need in place to make sure that we're producing a quality interview. Because for me, it's not about just the questions and answers. It's the energy, it's the ambiance, it's the look, it's the feel, it's the environment, it's the internal, the external. It's all of those things I consider. It's something I take extremely seriously. Like, I take this is not fly by night. I didn't jump into this space when I had an opportunity to do so. I might be up to 2,000 to 3,000 followers, subscribers, had I jumped into this space almost 2 years ago when I first entered and then turned away from. If you know, you know. And you day ones know. I turned away. I didn't want to, flaws. We were band-aids off days ago, so it's pointless to not even address. But flaws. And feeling like, there wasn't a space for someone like me who wasn't flawless, right? But then you get to a point where you realize that, you know what? How many more times are you going to struggle? How much longer are you going to see opportunities pass by and not jump on them simply because you haven't accessed or locked into your worth? F out of here. I'm done with that shit. Got me effed up. No more of that. Right, Miss Optimistic Granny, eye to eye and a meeting of the minds. Miss Optimistic says, I like you, Dominique, and your conversations. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Miss Optimistic Granny. And Devon says, you are bringing some class to YouTube. It's what's needed and appreciated tremendously. You know what? It's also ironic. OMG, it's so ironic. It's ironic, but it is what it is. Jupiter says, not gonna lie, after watching you now, I could not see how Tone pulled you. Perhaps there is a side of Tone we never got to see. Ooh, you almost made me cry, Jupiter. I swear. Jupiter, I swear to you, you literally almost made me cry. Your comment almost put me to tears. And it's not because I thought it was rude. It wasn't rude at all. It wasn't offensive at all. But I could not see how Tone pulled you. Perhaps there's a side of Tone we never got to see. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to need y'all to keep in mind that I knew Tone almost 10 years now. No, definitely 10 years now. We're in 2026. More than 10 years now. So we're moving into 11 years, literally. I want to tell y'all that the Tone that was introduced to you all was not the Tone that I met in Columbia, South Carolina. I want you all to know that the Tone that I met at that time, while he was not perfect, and while some might even say he was not even ideal, he was a far cry difference from the Tone that you all were introduced to, and at the time that you all were introduced to him. This is where accountability comes in. This is where accountability comes in. Because I played a role in you guys being introduced to him at the end of the day. Or at least no, because see, I don't want to run away from the accountability. So even if I say, okay, well, you guys were familiar with him before X, Y, and Z, I mean, at the end of the day, X, Y, and Z still. You know what I mean? So it's hard not to, he was a really nice, sweet, much more self-taken care of, non-addicted, non-substance addicted, and actually handsome as fuck. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah. 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 And my cougar ass looks back fondly on the memory of that individual. Respective to that particular time period. But to be clear, there's no pining taking place over here. Most of the time, like when I reach out to them, 9 times out of 10, I'm reaching out to Ileana. If that makes sense. Even if I want to know if he's okay, I'm not going to call him to ask if he's okay. I'm going to call his wife and ask her if he's okay. And, is bro good? He good? And she's respectful and receptive to that. because I'm respectful and deferential to her role in his life. Let no other narrative be said, because you heard it from me, right? So there's no pining at all. And when he enters the brain frame, it's usually because someone else brought him up and I'm simply responding to something. But beyond that, and aside from the general wanting to know, I mean, you all have people that you dealt with maybe even shorter periods that you want to know that they good. No, even if y'all not straight or like y'all like, even if y'all have moved past one another, and we definitely have, right? But you still want to know that they're okay. It's normal. It's nothing. That's not. That shouldn't be tea to human beings. If that's tea to you, you're a weirdo. And you're probably not human, and please don't probe me. Let's see if we Black Sean says, okay, no, that's I read that one. Tucker says me either. I know that's right. Black Sean says if it was the right one, I'll send more. It definitely is the correct one. Dominique Taylor, ASHABZ. Jupiter says it makes me think that there's a possibility a sweeter side of feisty we haven't seen either, right? Tucker says, okay, okay. Jupiter's opulence says, it's okay. The pretty brown eyes got you. Jupiter, shut your mouth. Jupiter, don't shut. And Jupiter, if y'all think the puppy dog look was in effect, you know what? Shut up. Jupiter, you are a mess. You're getting no wrench, Jupiter. Damn it. I love you, Jupiter. You know I'm kidding with you. So meanwhile, 2259 says, hey Dominique, chat. Yay. I said I wish someone would take Feisty under their wings and do her good. Yep. Was fussing at her in chats because I want better for her. I get it. I fussed at Feisty too. And we're gonna get into that. I fussed at Feisty in a respectful way, but certainly I fussed at Feisty. Absolutely. Because that's my girl and I want to get her right. But I will tell you that this is what won't happen with Feisty. You will not have someone living in the female space who is not naturally born female instructing Feisty or making any suggestion to Feisty about what she needs to do to boost her femininity. That's what won't take place. So however Feisty shows up or pulls out, we're going to love on her as is, right out the box. Because I don't know about y'all, but I live by, like, I really believe, was that the right Cash App? Did you get it? Okay, so Black Sean 81, I'm going to check now. I believe it is. Let me see. I believe I did. It's kind of weird because when you're on here, payment received at 1:25 p.m. from Mr. Optimistic. So I did receive that Cash App, and I receive it with love and grace, and do appreciate that. But that was, wait, what was that, a separate one? Because that's Miss Optimistic right there. Wait, what? Oh, Jesus. You know what, y'all? God forgive me. I usually don't read people's names on Cash Apps, and I will tell you why. Well, I don't even have to, because my audience are, we're the grown, intellectual, intelligent, so it is what it is. I don't have to tell you guys why I don't do that. So that was a slip up. But however, what I will do is check. I'm scared to, if I go outside of this app to check that, okay, you know what? Let's do this. Because it will. Okay, so after the $1 payment, there came a $10 payment. That's all I'll say. So after the $1 trial, there came, and the $1 trial came from someone whose name begins with S. So if your name begins with SH, you were the person that gave the $1 trial, where you were just trying to make sure you were sending to the right place. So as long as you sent whatever you intended to send to that same place, I definitely would have received it. Okay? And now we can go back into this, and because to be honest with you, I don't even want too much of my broadcast to be regarding Cash Apps, because that's not the direction I'm coming from. In a normal situation, it wouldn't even come into play. But I must say that as a newer channel that is not monetized, that is very crucial and helpful when members of the audience find it in their hearts to kind of, be the silent producers in the background, making sure that we're upgrading, making sure that we get the things that we need to do when these types of interviews come. Because irrespectful to anyone else I've interviewed, I personally think that this is probably going to be amongst one of the bigger interviews that we've had in this space. Miss Optimistic Granny says, I think Feisty has a deep hurt only God can heal, but we can help guide her. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Optimistic Granny. You see, you get it. Okay, Solar Sass says, hi. How you doing, Solar Sass? And by the way, Solar Sass, I had the opportunity to look at one of your most recent affirmation videos, and I got to tell you, I was very impressed and in much agreement with what you had to say about, finding one's purpose and God, sometimes shielding you from things when things aren't working out the way you think that they are. That's just the spirit, the higher one shielding you. It's okay, Dominique. I don't mind helping out sometimes. Well, thank you very much, Miss Optimistic. But I can assure you two things actually. One, I'll never reach out to you directly for a damn thing. That's weird. That's crass. That's unprofessional, right? It's a little scammy. So you never see a Cash App request from me at any moment. And two, every time you send will actually be used specifically in the direction. Jupiter said, I love you. Anyway, I love you too. Every dime you send is used specifically to help the channel grow. You know what I mean? To build, upgrade, all of that kind of stuff. Now, how we can worry about Cash Apps less is if we get to a point where we get our watch hours up, right? So that's why I assigned homework earlier today. We had a homework assignment, and that was that, over the weekend, you find a couple hours to dedicate to scrolling through my videos, the food videos, all of that stuff, the lives, whatever you want. But I told you all that the music videos is probably your best bet because you can do it in your sleep, right? You can literally just say, you know what? Let me listen to this gay ass playlist. Or let me listen to the gospel playlist. Or let me listen to the ASI playlist, right? Or the remixes, whatever. And I'm listening to that while I'm asleep, right? Well, guess what? Those are watch hours. They count. They count. Some people say my voice is whatever, and others say it's soothing as F. If you believe that, I got lives that are 4 hours long, 3 hours long, 3.5 hours long. You understand what I'm saying? Put that live on and take your ass to sleep. Yeah. You wake up to go to the bathroom 4 in the morning, I'm still talking to you. You understand? Solar Sass says, "Hey Dom, what's up, Solar Sass? I was just giving. You know what, Solar? I'm gonna be out now. I'm gonna have to get your book too, but it's okay because And did you get the email? Because I sent you Solar. I sent you an email. I know you're on the East Coast. I'm planning an East Coast visit soon, and I'm. You may need to be my New York or East Coast interview. So since I can't take the set or wouldn't be able to take the set all the way over there, I guess we can find some intimate dining spot or something. We can finagle something,
Y'all can go live together.
right? Okay, cool. Black Sean says I love the positive energy. Keith says I'm watching on 4 devices. I know that's right. Get it. Get the numbers up. I be doing. Listen. You got to do what you got to do in this business now. Okay? And I tell black people all the time, if you live your life scared to cut a corner, then you's a damn fool because them other people, they come out the coochie cutting corners. If you know, you know. Right. Yes, 100. They come out the coochie cutting corners. Okay? You be the boo-boo the fool trying to play by every damn single rule. Okay. Okay. You gotta look. When you black, you gotta grade yourself on a curve, baby. Cause you know you fighting twice as hard. You working twice as hard. You got to outthink all of these damn demons. Yeah. The hell? Uh-uh. You gotta grade yourself on a curve. Don't you be grading yourself according to the regular standards. Keith said, I'm going to do your playlist. And what? Yeah, the playlist is awesome. I'm not going to hold you. And it ain't just because I wrote that music, but all of that music is literally fire. Every song that you hear, you will say to yourself, well, damn, this should be on the radio. Literally. You know what I'm going to do? One day next week, we're going to do a listening party. That's what we're going to do. One day next week, I'm getting everybody in here. Call your mama, call your papa, call your auntie, call your cousin, call your baby daddy, your baby mama, call the kids, get the fish. Get them out the fish tank. I don't care if they can't breathe. Grab one of the kids' asthma pump, put it in fish mouth. But we need the fish, we need your puppies, we need the dog, we need the cat. We want everybody to pull up. We finna have MF and Street Sector listening party. Okay. And we just gonna cause I got some hits y'all ain't even heard yet. Dang, I got some unreleased joints that's tight. So we gonna go through them all. You know what I'm saying? That song about ASI on your video was you. I wrote that song 100%. Every word, every bar, every stanza, every chorus, every hook. There's not a word to any of them songs that I can't show you is written in my notepad first and then transferred into the app in which I use to get the music and produce the actual hit. Key says, no, listen, it's really dope. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Meanwhile, says Dominique, this is my second time visiting your platform, so I watch your shorts, the food you display. Are those meals you? Yes, those are meals I cook myself. My meals. Absolutely. And I'm so crazy with it that wait, let me make sure that was Meanwhile who asked the question. So Meanwhile, let's say I'm doing a birthday party. Christmas party, Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving, whatever, right? Let's say there are 4 different or 5 different meats, 6 different sides. I promise you I'm cooking everything. Like literally everything. Like I'm starting like 6 in the evening, and I'm running down. I'm running through it all. I'm running it up from 6 o'clock in the evening until whatever in the morning, and I might take a slight nap. And then before, like, I really be on that. Like, no, even if there's some videos in those shorts where you notice, like, damn, Dominique is that entire kitchen. Dominique is the only person in that MFA. You understand? Like, no, I don't play about this. You know, Stony E says yes. That playlist is bomb.com. It really is. Optimistic Granny says another way you could put all the videos and lives in a playlist and people can click on it and fall asleep and it will play all night long, raising your watch hours. Ooh. All right, Miss Optimistic Granny. We definitely gonna do that. But I do also still kind of like the idea of a watch party where we're all just kind of in our separate spaces jamming out, throwing our little comments in. Because if you really listen to some of the songs, some of those lines are actually intentionally funny. Yeah, the Bando Lover song is one of them. There's a line that says, okay, so it's spicy in the bando, spicy in the telly, spicy on aisle number 4. Oh, nigga, what the helly? Hope my nigga J3 not doing spicy with his celly. If you know, you know. Is all I could say. The J3, like, if you know, you know. So it's a funny, it's a very, but there are a lot of other lines within some of those sort of ASI driven songs that are humorous. If you're into gospel, we got you. We got you. Soul stirring, early Sunday morning, you cleaning up, or you might even be getting ready to go to church. Or you just doing your Sunday morning cleaning. Oh, baby, I got the Sunday best mix. You understand what I'm saying? So we got that. We got our inspirational. We got our rap. We got our hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We got our song to K3. The beautiful You Can Rebuild, which was written in the days after he experienced the tragic loss of his child. You out, sis? Mm-hmm. I love you. Good night. Really? Say bye to everybody.
Hey, y'all. Good night, y'all.
Okay, that's my sister, y'all. Let me walk her out real quick. Don't y'all go nowhere now. Let me just see her out. Cause I don't close my door till I see her get in her car door and close that mother effer. Okay, and that will not change. Get up.
Bye, sure
all right, I see the boss says. Love ya. All right. It's always important to have good people in your corner, in your circle. I've told y'all many times that the friends that I have are the very same friends I had when I moved to Atlanta. Like, literally, these are friends that I met. My bro Truth and Arian. There's Laura. These are friends that I met within my very first, like, couple months in Atlanta. And we have never lost contact. We've always remained friends. Ups and downs, we've been there. We've supported each other. They've been my backbones. She's a backbone. So yeah, it's always beautiful to have them around. Let's go back to Mr. Grammy says, okay, well, meanwhile says, wow, yummy. Miss Optimistic Grammy says, much love to Dominique. Same, returned. Key says, your talent is dope, period. Spicy believes she's musically inclined. Perhaps there's a feature in the future. You know what? What if there's a on the spot feature? What if there's a let's write a song together on live, right? Dominique, start doing StreamYard so we can have a panel and it helps with watch hours. I agree. Stony E says, question for you, Dom. Don't mean to sound ignorant, but since not from Atlanta, can you please tell me what's the bandos? Great question, bro. Okay, Stony. A bando, okay, so the word bando comes from abandoned or abandonment. And typically they will be abandoned houses or apartments that people will squat in. And the difference between a bando and a traditional squatting, because okay, like in the traditional squatting situation in Atlanta, you may come across a house that is being built or has recently been built, but no one's rented it. Or you'll come across a house that's not necessarily abandoned, but it's a fixer-upper. And so, the people who own it aren't living there because it's a fixer-upper, right? They just bought the property and they're waiting to do whatever they're going to do with it. And so you move in, you squat, whatever the case may be. Which I think it takes a lot of balls to do. Like, what the hell? But okay, whatever. It works for them. It works. So, with the bando, however, the difference between the bando and the traditional squatting situation is that usually with the bando, you're going to lack certain things. So you may lack water, but you have heat. You may lack heat, but you have water. You may lack air, but you have water. You may lack water, but you have air. You may lack flooring in some rooms. You may lack copper wiring. You may lack, I mean, it runs the gamut. You know what I mean? It runs the gamut. But if you see someone who's homeless and they're squatting in what looks to be a clean, very well kept environment, it's probably not a bando. It's probably more like a fixer-upper or a house that, sometimes people have dual residence, so they live in one state for 6 months and another state for another 6 months, that kind of thing, right? So great question, Stony, and you absolutely did not in any way sound different about that. And B Tucker throws the heart up, and she's our number one in the chat at this moment. We're at 1 hour and 22 minutes in. I think by 1:30. Stony says, got it. Thank you for the breakdown. Of course, bro. Absolutely. Anytime. You understand? And by the way, Stony, did you get any kind of message, notification, update, or anything within your app? If you did, you don't need to specify what that may or may not have been. But if you could just let me know. And if not, then or for this via the book, I'll definitely PYO put you on. Yes and yes. Okay, say less, bro. Handle your business then. You already know. There's a difference between bandos and vacant. Right. Bandos are ignored property for maybe years. Vacant, empty property haven't been rented, but not bandos. Exactly. You got that, meanwhile. Very good addition to that accurate description of those differences. Let me see if there's anything else because yeah, sis is gone. The set redesign is pretty much complete. I may add a few embellishments, swap out a few pieces of art or whatever the case may be. But you guys make sure that you're staying tuned into the community post where you will find updates about tomorrow's interview. So you know, you can expect updates to begin after the 12 o'clock in the afternoon hour. So you start checking that community post, and that's going to let you know if and when Feisty's been released, if and when Feisty's been picked up, if and when Feisty's en route. Feisty's arrived, preliminary interview setup taking place. Yeah. I hope everyone is looking forward to this as much as I am. I think it can be big for Feisty. I think it can be big for the culture of the YouTube street sector. It definitely will be good for the culture. Obviously, it will be good for this space, right? But in the end, we also want to make sure that that Feisty benefits from this in as best a way possible. And I personally think that one of the best ways she could benefit is being vulnerable, being honest, being open, and being able to tackle some of the tough questions that I'm sure you all may have, right? I think that for her platform, it's good. It's good for her soul. It's good for her heart. It's good for her spirit. I think it's good for other content creators who may have had the opportunity to interview her previously, but may have dropped the ball. So I say that humbly. But who may have dropped the ball in terms of presenting Feisty in a way that highlights what's underneath the hood. I'll say it that way. Let's see what we got here. Any other thing? The last time I questioned Feisty, all she do is lie to me. Keish TV, I got you. I received that. And there's a part of me more inclined to believe that than not, quite frankly. But you and me, Keish, if you interview people or you're a conversationalist, then what you know about that craft is that the difference in response can be something as simple as energy. It can be something as simple as the mood, right? Just the mood of the person at the time. It can be indicative of someone's fear in one environment versus comfortability in another, right? So the fact that an interview doesn't necessarily go in the way that one might have hoped, right, is not necessarily it's not necessarily a blight on your style, because there's just so much that goes into this, right? It's more than questions. It's more than answers. If you're approaching it from my point of view, at least from this point of view, you'll know this is more than questions. It's more than answers, right? Key says, you're so right. Putting her in a different environment might be it. Yeah, sometimes just a different, you know what I'm saying? Just a different environment. And then, I don't put it past Feisty to know something about me and to have paid enough attention to know that that I am a keep it real ally. Because the environment do change. Yeah, environments change mood. Shit, lighting changes mood. Lighting. Look, you get somebody in front of a great plate of food, right? A really good, tasty plate of food. right? Maybe a cute little non-super alcoholic laden cocktail, right? But something certainly tasty, right? Savory, whatever. It elicits a certain emotion that you don't get under the hot sun or the rainy weather or inclement weather, right? Or with the cars blaring in the background, right? It almost because see, here's the thing, and I noticed that even when I interviewed Curtis Snow, and there's going to be a re-interview for that one because I don't like the way that video, the quality of the video and the sound was just absolutely abhorrent. So there'll be a part two to that interview. However, one of the things that I noticed about it is that as gangster as Curtis Snow is, as hood as Curtis Snow is, as absolutely hetero norm, as bro is, and his guys, like, when they walked into my house, I think that the setup, when they walked into the studio space, right? I think that the setup already gave, okay, I see what this is, right? This is going to be more, laid back, classic, classy, adult. We on our grown people ish. If if you've seen that interview and that was a different setup too. So we had a different set for that. Let's see what else we're getting here. Miss Optimistic says we all can have a vision for Feisty to have a better life or be a better person, but she has to envision this change for herself and take accountability for her actions. I absolutely agree with that, and Feisty will have an opportunity to address these different concerns and whatnot. But at the same time, though, the interview in itself, the responsibility, the goal, the job of the interview is to really allow Feisty an opportunity to present herself in a way that we have not necessarily seen her, right? Or certainly not often. And to afford her the space to be vulnerable and to make sure that she feels safe enough to do so. So that's why I say we all have a job to do. I have my job to do. I'm beginning my job right now. From the moment I got off that last live and we sealed the deal, I've been doing my job. Your job tomorrow is going to be to come in well informed, to have questions. But, like, for example, I don't want questions about what she did with Marcus's peen. I don't care about that. I really seriously don't. I don't, bruh. I just don't. I think it's crass when people. I just don't. I don't. I don't see there's no upside for me knowing whether or not or how that went, or you understand what I'm saying? There's no upside for me. There's no upside. But there are other questions and lines of inquiry for which there's absolutely an upside. Yeah. Feisty always comes with somebody, though. 9-10 is going to be tragedy, and he's going to want a plate, too. Will tragedy be there because he also changes the mood? Okay. It's funny you should. A great question, actually. Sheesh. Because I thought about that, right? Here's the thingamajig. I would be willing to interview tragedy separately at a sooner but later date, right? But because this is Feisty's moment on this platform, because I kind of also think that that's one of the you know what? Let me not do that. But because this is Feisty's moment on this platform, I absolutely need Feisty and only Feisty. I do. Bro, if you hear this, I say that respectfully, because when I need you, bro, it'll be you without Feisty. Because I get relationship dynamics and how the presence of someone that you're in a relationship with can change the dynamic of your mood, your willingness to conversate on certain topics and issues. And I just want us to get as much of an unadulterated and organic version of Feisty as possible. And I don't think that you get an organic Feisty if you mix a chaos in the interview, a tragedy in the interview, anyone else in the interview, right? Floor G7C was popping, says, hey, Dominique in chat, I love your content, boo. Well, thank you so much. I think you'll be a positive person for Feisty to be around, Dominique. We are adults. We shouldn't act stuff under people's clothes. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get that. I was saying early, like, I see a lot of heterosexual, quote unquote, hetero men that spent a lot of time up under Polo's underwear. And that's like, what the hell? I don't even get up under there. Like, that's crazy. I literally have never seen one spicy video in my lifetime on that platform. So to know that there are heterosexuals who, you know, because one thing for sure and two things for certain, if you're hetero and you're on that channel, you're not about to tell me you didn't. Oh, that's the one video. Oh, no, I didn't. That's when my subscription died that day. I didn't click that one. Baby, please. It's the highest rated video on that MFA. That means everybody and their granddaddy clicked that B. You understand? Everybody clicked on that bit. So y'all could joke about bro and what I said about him in our interview, which I stand on at the end of the day. But, I mean, is it really that different that you click play on that mother effer? What did you use Jergens? No? Oh, okay, the V. Oh, the Vas. Oh, okay. Right. So, yeah. A little light on bro with the, just a little bit. Little light. Especially if you're one of them people that clicked on the video. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. What's the plan for Feisty? You just saying you just got here, and that's from Adatali 2736. What is the plan for fight? I'll be honest with you, I don't want to reveal it. I don't even know that I know it yet. But I'll tell you this. I know what the plan is not. And sometimes knowing what the plan is not is more important than knowing what the plan is. Because if you know what the plan is not, even if you don't have a plan for what the plan is, usually if you stay away from what the plan is not, you end up exactly where the plan is, right? If you know, you know. Because this is not just an interviewing. This is just in life, period. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got here. Yes, Key says this interview going to be good. Meanwhile says, GMO Feisty for some reason has the notion she's famous because she's on YouTube and it has caused her to become stagnant, even tragedy, not hating, just saying. Okay, well, I'm going to be honest with you about that, Meanwhile, and I don't know if Feisty's in here or not, but it wouldn't make a difference because if y'all know me, I'm going to say what I got to say. The truth is, Meanwhile, you see, you have to understand. Okay, I'm not saying you have to understand because that would assume you don't. So maybe you do and you just sometimes need a reminder. And I get that because sometimes I do. But there's levels to things, right? A sneaker is a sneaker whether you buy it out of VIM or Macy's. A shoe is a shoe whether you buy it from Nordstrom's Rack or the shoe show. Damn it. There's levels to this ish, right? In the context of the YouTube street sector in particular, it is absolutely undeniable that Feisty's a celebrity. I'm sorry. You keeping in mind now, the context here is that there are levels to this ish. The level that we are speaking on currently is the YouTube street sector landscape. When it comes to reaction videos, when it comes to ASI content output over the last number of months, it's hard to deny that Feisty has made and had a tremendous impact on the sector and certainly the ASI landscape and bubble. You just can't ignore that. And that's for better or worse. We can chop it up about, why that is and what the goods and not so goods are that make that the case or made that the case. But to take that away from her, I have to say is going to be a challenge. I'll be honest. Miss Optimistic says, I'm looking forward to her interview. Okay, so Feisty is in here. So, hey, loves. So, Feisty, you noticed that I did add you on Insta. You notice I sent you a message. I thought you might be asleep, so I was like, you know what? Just give her a call in the morning or whatever. So just expect it in the morning. I'll give you a call through Insta. And, we'll get everything set up. So Keish says, I can't wait until you do a panel so we all can talk. And I do have StreamYard, y'all. So that's going to be happening. Maybe after, you know what? Maybe I need to make sure that I get that in order tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow needs to be our first panel. You're right. She has multiple channels in the sector speaking about her. So it's obvious she has some level of popularity despite what content creators are saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, nobody's sitting here saying that she's like Greta Garbo. God damn it. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that in this space that we're all communicating in, that's Diana Ross. I'm sorry. It is what it is. That's the Diana Ross of the sector. And actually has a physical appearance that could probably do a nice imitation of Diana Ross. You know what? I look at Feisty as to a model for some reason. I think she has the look and is pretty. I've always said that. There's a comment that I made in somebody's chat. And I kind of got chomped on a little bit for it. I don't give a damn. But it was literally about her beauty. And it was like, we could say what we want about like the makeup, whatever. But to say that Feisty is not attractive, to me is a stretch. I don't know. That to me is like you going like, and that's the whole thing. Like you could disagree with somebody, but what hate is to me, hate is when you disagree with somebody so bad that you can't give them their flowers on zero. Everybody got something you can give flowers about. Everybody. I don't care who you are. Somebody might not look a certain way, but they might dress a certain way. Somebody might not dress a certain way, but they live a certain way. Somebody might not live a certain way, but they love a certain way. Somebody might not love a certain way, but they care a certain way. Everybody got something you can give them flowers for. Everybody. And all I was doing was saying, like, well, look, whatever it is, it is. But one thing you not finna come tell me about no damn Feisty is that she's not Feisty is pretty. End of story. End of story. And I think that the more the more in command of herself as a woman she becomes in terms of her personal concerns and matters, I think that that beauty is going to radiate in a way on the outside that enhances the beauty I already see. Because Spicy is beautiful. Leave me alone about it. Don't argue with me. I will argue you down over that one. After the interview, I would love a panel. Keish TV says, okay. B. Tucker says, who? Hardy Grave says, I would love a tell all about Marcus since he fired you, Feisty. Well, I'll say this. It's not my goal. It's not the design of the interview. But at the same time, if you see my interviews, I'm heavy on letting my guests speak. I'm heavy on letting them fill as much space as they need with their voices to get their points of views across. And I do know that given the circumstances, particularly with the viral week that I had with ASI, I can gather that it's nearly impossible, right? For ASI not to come into the not it's impossible for ASI not to infiltrate the tone of the interview. But what I will tell you all is that should matters of ASI arise, they will arise because Feisty introduces them, or they will arise because in the course of the conversation, there's simply no way around it. So, for example, you can't have a conversation with Feisty about health, right? And feeling burnt out and being in the hospital and dealing with it and not have a conversation about whether or not participation in the ASI bubble created moments where maybe sleep was less possible or rest was you understand what I'm saying? Because I'll tell you something. Street interviews are as much showbiz as anything else. And while it may not necessarily be scripted in the sense that, you're getting sheets of paper that say X, Y, and Z, there's an element that while it's not scripted, it's positioned, right? It's positioned. I don't think that every single time we see meetups happen that they're as organic as they necessarily appear on camera. So I want to produce a more organic product from beginning to end. From the moment Feisty steps into the space, I want what we're doing to be an organic, life-affirming product. Kiss TV says, Hardy, yes. Feisty is beautiful. Yes, she is. Feisty is definitely pretty. Yeah, hell yeah. Feisty is not no ugly girl. Like, you got to be out your damn mind. We may not like everything she do right, but she's pretty. Shoot, if you want to call her evil, call her pretty and evil. If you want to call her deadbeat, first of all, don't call her that. Okay? Period. How are you feeling, Feisty? Dominique, did you see Feisty's makeover by Miss Wanda? If so, wasn't she gorgeous? It was absolutely gorgeous. It was beautiful. But now I'm looking forward to the internal makeover. And tomorrow, we ain't waiting on a Monday. Tomorrow begins the internal makeover. You understand what I'm saying? Because I believe that any level of positivity Feisty or any one of us puts into our body allows us to access a path toward whatever greatness or desire or whatever our passions are, right? And Feisty says, I'm feeling much better, love, just ready to get out of here. Okay, now. That's great. I'm feeling happy. You're feeling better. Keish says, yes, I'm loving it. Glad you're feeling better. Yeah, this is one of those, she's beautiful with a pretty smile. She is. This is one of those lives where if you know, you know. I'm not a beggar. I don't do the whole, but yeah. The Cash App, ASHABZ, Dominique Taylor, A Shabs. Definitely feel free to hit that. Sis is coming out the hospital. She's blessing me with this interview. She's blessing us and the space with the interview. She sees we're a growing space, and she's willing to say, you know what? We're gonna give that space the Barbara Walters first. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. The Oprah first. If you know, you know. There's absolutely no way to understate how important a look that is. So we want to make sure that we're able to provide her um, a very rewarding experience here. Jupiter says, what is your goal for this interview? Unfortunately, Feisty has a history of lying on every interview she is done with people on YouTube. Like you said, a sneaker is a sneaker. Don't matter the store. Yeah, a sneaker is a sneaker. Don't matter the store. But you know what? Sometimes a sneaker looks better when it's sitting on a different looking shelf. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes a sneaker that you might look past because it costs $20 in one store is the same sneaker that somebody else is paying $60 for because it's in another store in another zip code where it looks a certain way. I believe that interviews are dictated. I believe that the direction of interviews are dictated by more than questions and answers. I believe that ambiance plays a role. I believe environment plays a role. I believe energy plays a role. I believe that there are several other things that are sort of behind the scenes effects that make a difference in terms of um, how people relate, how people express, how people share, the level of vulnerability that they're willing to have. My statement, Jupiter, is not against what you just said. In fact, it's an acknowledgement that there have been times that Feisty has challenged us in terms of our ability to understand whether or not there's some accuracy in what's being said. But that doesn't make me shy about interviewing her, though, because I also know that she probably had a lot of incentive in that moment, in those moments at that stage and point in her ASI journey, right? Feisty is outside of the bubble in a way that she has not been since we met her, right? So there's that. And then you add that to some of the other things that I've already spoken about or mentioned, and you get the sense, you get the idea that yeah, this is you know, it's a different thing and a different time. You have someone who's laid up in a hospital bed and had some time to think and rehash and look over stuff and be introspective. So there's a lot of reason to think that we could see some differences here. But I will tell you what, I don't want to place any pressures on Feisty. Um, I don't want Feisty to think that there are any preconceived notions other than vulnerability. Just open up. Like, let's just chop it up and see where we go, you know? So my goal with Feisty, to answer the question, is to provide a platform where she feels safe enough to be more revealing about her story, her storyline, how it's affected her real life, where she sees herself in the future. There will be questions like, tell us something we have no idea. Like, tell us something that would literally shock us about you. When does anyone ever ask Spicy that question? Do you know that a question like that could elicit 20 minutes worth of the best conversation you've heard in your life? I am approaching this from a different direction. I actually plan to spend some time overnight because, yeah, I'm going to pull it out an all-nighter. So I plan to spend some time overnight actually going over not just some of the former ASI interviews, but also some of the critic interviews, and just to kind of refamiliarize myself with some stuff. But again, I don't want an ASI interview at the same time. I don't want this to be that. Feisty, you more than ASI. You are more than ASI. You are more than YouTube. The hell with that. So there's no way in hell that I only want you here for us to sit around and rehash some ASI. Everybody got a rewind button on their damn remote. Everybody got a rewind button on their phone. So no, we not finna sit here and go through like, but at the same time, Feisty, I do want you to be like, if you need to clear some air, baby, Feisty, listen clearly, girl. Niece, if you need to clear some air, oh, yeah, we got air traffic control over here. Okay, we good? The space is, the air traffic control said the space is unoccupied. So if you need to clear some air, baby girl, absolutely, go on and clear your air. Respectfully, adult-like, honest-like. I can't wait for you. I can't wait for tomorrow, y'all. We almost, okay, it's 1:57. For real, when we hit 2 o'clock, well, I don't mean in terms of the time. I mean in terms of the time that we've been on so far. 1 hour 57. So we got 2 more minutes to go, I'll say, before we shut this live down so I can finish up what I got going on in here in terms of making sure that everything is straight. And that's it. Y'all good? Y'all's questions ready for Feisty? Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, if your question goes under my niece's skirt, I'm not gonna answer it. Now, if Feisty directly on her own accord wishes to, kind of address any of that, then that, she should feel free to do that on her own. But we not getting under people's clothes over here. Respectfully. Tomorrow payday, I'm going to support because you answer our questions and keep up with the chat. Oh, Keish, thank you so much. I try to. And another thing, if y'all notice the comment section, the relay comment section, I tend to try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can because we're a community. This is not just about me. And when I talk about silent producers, when you are engaging, you are helping to produce the content. You are helping to produce the next piece of content because your engagement tells YouTube that there is an interest, so YouTube pushes that content into the algorithm. Jupiter says, I definitely believe you have a much different vibe than other channels, and that would be a plus. B. Tucker says, bless your heart, Don, because your intentions are well. You know, normally the bless your heart thing would kind of, if you know, you know. But thank you, B. Tucker. I receive it with grace. Hey, everyone. That's true, Dominique. I think leaving ASI would be a blessing for Pisces. I hope she sees that. Yes, she is Dominique. She's more than all of the above. Completely understand. And that's Queen Sky. And she also says, you sounded like her for a second. Interesting. That's very interesting. Miss Optimistic Granny says, everyone have a good night and rest. Yeah, right? Queen says, good night, everyone. B. Tucker, thanks. Meanwhile says, thank Dominique for welcoming me. You, Feisty, and the chatters. Have a blessed. Y'all got to come up with a clever name for y'all by next week. So we'll figure that out because y'all got to be the somethings, okay? The speakers, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. If we got to take votes, baby. I'm in from the South. It's a Southern thing. I know, B. Tucker. I know. I learned that when I moved here from the East. When I first got to Columbia, South Carolina, I found it to be a quite common saying, or whatever the case may be. But if you know what you know, you get what I mean. Okay, guys, I'm hitting the X button on the left side of the screen. I thank y'all. I love y'all. I'll see you. Good morning. New sub, Miss Orleans, 5044. Glad I got you in here. All right, well, pull on in. Listen, we closing out for the night, but guess what? You can catch replay, and you can definitely hit up the community post. We got something big coming tomorrow. Okay, big interview. Feisty, get your rest. Okay, get your rest. I'll be in touch with you in the morning. Okay, and we'll get you over here and get that done. Love you guys. Good night.